Hello guys, first of all, sorry if I'm a bit lispy. It's because I've got braces in, so I'm a little bit whistly. This is I think this is my fourth film on my 16/8, but actually I started it about 3 weeks before, or 2 weeks before I started filming, so roughly about 5 weeks I've been on 16/8 now. Before I say anything else, all this is just me sharing my experience. I'm not advising anyone. I'm not telling anyone what to do. Before you go on any plan, it's always best to talk to a doctor, check medications, all of that balooly. But this isn't a diet for me. It's not something I'm going on and then coming off. This is a lifestyle change that's worked for me in the past. Look at all my messy room. That's worked for me in the past brilliantly, and then for some reason I always get off the road and then I get back into my chaotic eating and my stinking thinking and all that sort of stuff. So this lifestyle works brilliantly for me, and it's working brilliantly for my husband. And basically there are 3 films before this explaining a bit more about it, but in case this is the first time you're seeing it, 16/8 it's a way of eating where you fast for 16 hours. Most of that you're asleep because you fast through the night, and you eat in an 8-hour window. This isn't about eating less, it's about eating in a less amount of time. So you have a 16 hours where you're really burning fat. It works so well for me because I am somebody that loves my food and hates cutting out food groups. Hates things like the keto and the Dukan. I call it the Dr. Dukan. All of those crazy diets that I've done in my life, I hate them. They don't work for me. This way of eating really works for me because I get to eat whatever I want, but I keep it within an 8-hour window. So just on that, because loads of people have been asking me this week, so can you really eat whatever you want? And the answer is yes and no. Because if you sat for 8 hours and ate donuts, cakes, crisps, and I don't know, you just ate loads of shit for 8 hours, you're going to feel really rubbish. And yeah, you're not going to lose weight as efficiently. But most of all, what's most important to me is there's no it's not nutrient dense, which is what you want. You want to eat food that's going to vitalize you and power you through and give you loads of energy. That's what you want. And that tastes delicious. You want to eat what you want. And sometimes you might think, many people might think, but what I want is pizza and Big Macs. But actually, those things are lovely, and don't get me wrong. In fact, I might have a Big Mac tomorrow. Yeah, I might have a Big Mac tomorrow. And don't get me wrong, those things are fine. But actually, if you think about having those things all the time, you know that actually you're not going to feel great. So what I find is the more that I just have what I want, I'm not wanting to binge because I don't feel like I've been deprived. In a minute, you're going to see what I eat in a day. But again, don't forget, that's only around what works for me. It's just to give you an idea of the kind of things I eat. But, you know, you must eat whatever's right for you. So this week, I want to, every week that we've done these films, I've said to you, haven't I, that I wanted to weight train. Still haven't started. But what I have done this week is I've increased my steps from 10,000 to 11,000. So I don't know how many of you are doing step-in, but just try and increase. Maybe you could think about trying to increase. I must be careful not to feel like I'm telling people what to do because I don't want to. I'm only a TV presenter. But I've watched lots of films and I've read lots of stuff about the power of walking, excuse me. And actually it's very underestimated. Maybe this week, if you haven't started walking yet, you could do a walk in your fasted period. You know, maybe in the morning before you start to eat. It's really good, apparently, to get a bit of a walk. If you think of doing 7 or 8 minutes exercise every morning, whatever that is, jumping up and down on a trampoline, going for a walk, going for a run, going up and down the stairs, lifting weights, and just time yourself just for 7 or 8 minutes and just do it and just commit to it. Another thing, put on music and just dance somewhere where nobody can see you, and just dance for 7 or 8 minutes. Put a timer on. You will see it will really help weight loss. It will really help, much more important even than weight loss. It will help your mental clarity, and it will release endorphins, and you'll feel better. You'll feel better. And actually, if you do quite vigorous exercise, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, something like that, just think, I don't even have to do as much as 10 minutes. Just start with that. You find it actually stops you being hungry as well. I've been quite hungry in some of the mornings this week, if I'm honest. But the only thing that works for me is to distract. Drink black tea, lots of water, and distract. Go and do something else. And then before you know it, it's time to eat. And actually, a couple of times I've gone past my hour, where I would usually break my fast. But if you're idle, then you will want to eat. Like the other day, we were watching this program, and it was just one gorgeous meal after another. And I was going insane. I was going absolutely insane. But I knew I wasn't actually hungry. I'd had plenty to eat. And I just didn't want to break that fast, because I know how much better I feel in the morning. So just a bit on that. Energy, much, much better. Mental clarity, much, much better. Mood lifted. These are all the things that I find are a daily occurrence for me doing the 16-8. And Mark, my husband, in case you don't know Mark, is the same. I'm aware that, because a lot of people that watch these films are real regulars on this channel, but I must stay aware that some of you have come here just for the 16-8 and might not know all about us. So do have a little look around the channel, all the other stuff we do. So maybe you guys would like to commit to doing 7 or 8 minutes exercise. This is obviously if you're not usually exercising in your fasting period before you first eat. If you're interested in gut health, you might not be, but healthy gut is like a much healthier body, and a healthier body burns better. The old furnace burns better. So I was reading some really interesting stuff on some of the good things to break your fast with. And things like oats, yogurt, blueberries, avocado. They're quite good things. Bone broth, they're quite good things for the gut. If you want to break your fast with something really good for your gut. Kimchi, which I'm still trying to like. Those are some of the foods that are quite good to break your fast. Now, you can have a little of those and then have maybe some eggs and stuff after, but just apparently for the gut, it's really good. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I just found it quite interesting. Quite a good nutritionist was talking about that. Try and think. So if you take, like, I don't know, 7 or 8, and you think, okay, I'm gonna exercise for 7 minutes, right? I'm gonna try and get 7 different fruits and vegetables within my 8-hour period. 7. Give yourself the minimum of 7, not 5, or 7 portions. They're not as big as you think. Like a portion, like a serving, is about that much. So, can you chuck a few blueberries in? Can you have an apple? Apple has something in it. I think it's the pectin in it. If I'm wrong, just correct me underneath. Which actually is a brilliant appetite suppressant. So if I'm having a really hungry day and I'm cooking my meal and I'm about to have my lunch or my dinner, I'll chew on an apple beforehand and really chew it. And it just reduces how hungry I am. So that I don't go then crazy and eat really quickly, because that's the devil as well. I eat so quickly. Do you eat quickly? Oh my God. I try so hard to slow myself down and make myself chew. But I'm a bit of a hoover. I've said this before. So chew more. And yeah, try and get those 7 minutes of exercise, 7 vegetables, your water, and then have things that you love to eat. Should we have a look at what I ate today? It's all rather nice, especially dinner. It's just pure carbs. I'm more gorgeous today, aren't I? Because I'm at the studios today. It's a Loose Women Day. So I've been really busy all morning. We had a meeting, had my makeup done. So I haven't eaten or drunken. I've had black tea. It's 11:30. And I went over earlier across the road to Westfield to buy some stuff. I bought in some Greek yogurt that I did myself with that flaxseed and blueberries. So I'm going to have that. I went across the road. I'm going to have beetroot, orange and ginger juice. And then look at this. How gorgeous does that look? Oh my God. I got it from Ole and Steen. Now, the reason I'm showing you this sandwich, I'm salivating, I'm so hungry now, is my stinking thinking really came in. I was standing in the baker's and I kept looking at that because, let's face it, that's what I wanted. I love rye bread, I love pumpkin seeds, I love cheese. But I kept dismissing it. Oh, what am I going to have? What am I going to have? Oh, there's that lovely rye bread and cheese, but what am I going to have? Oh God, that rye bread and cheese. Oh my God, I really want that rye bread and cheese. But I honestly thought, why am I not having the rye bread and cheese? That stupid, stinking thing. What, you know, you've got great bread, you've got pumpkin seeds, you've got cheese. Why would I not allow myself to have that? What is wrong with that? Like it's some kind of poison. And it's because I was starting to go into my head with the calories. Well, how many carbohydrates is that? How many? And the thing is about the 16-8 way of eating, lifestyle for life, which what it is for me, it's for life, is you don't have to think about that shit. Now, I want to make as healthy choices as I can. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to eat shit all day. But that's perfectly healthy. It's got protein. It's got really good, it's got the pumpkins. It's got all of that. And yet my brain wouldn't allow me to say, just have what you want. And yeah, it's good to stop and think, what do I really want? Am I just being impulsively buying something? Like there were also huge almond croissants there, which I also love. But I was going to have an almond croissant. It would gone in 2 minutes. I wouldn't feel full. I'd be picking at stuff all day. So I'm not going to choose that, even though I can, in 16-8, I can. But it's not going to serve me. And it's not going to energise me. And it's not nutritionally dense. And actually, I fancied this just as much. But why did my brain say, well, you can't have that? Fat girl, It's that. What you need to do is look for something that's got much less carb, much less, that's what you got. No, that's the point of 16-8. You don't have to do that stuff. So, and I have got my oat cappuccino. So I'm going to have that first. I'm going to have my yogurt and my oat cappuccino, and then I will have that a bit later after the show because I haven't got time to really enjoy it. No, I really want it now. Yeah, I'll have that after the show. So yeah, that's me for this morning. Okay guys, so I'm now back home after a crazy day at the studio. Just been to see Stacey's baby. It was so gorgeous. But I'm back, I'm starving, and all I want is carbs, and the girls want the same. So I've got a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. Lots of you already know this dish. It's Mama's spaghetti. A couple of tablespoons of olive oil. 2 garlic cloves cooked until they're translucent. About 2.5 tablespoons of tomato puree. You can put a lot less oil. There's lots of people eating this, so you don't need to have all that oil. You can have sort of a tablespoon of olive oil.
It smells sensational.
It smells amazing. It's so quick. I've come in, I'm starving. It's almost the same amount of time as opening a pasta.
Or ordering a takeaway.
Well, yeah.
Quicker
Than a takeaway. Our spaghetti is ready, so what we need to do is take, see that starchy water, and then that gives us the sauce.
That's vital, isn't it, that bit?
That's the starchy water, yeah, because that gives you, it's really annoying when you forget and you drain the spaghetti and you lose that starchy sauce, the starchy water. So now the spaghetti goes straight in. Always put the spaghetti into the...
Can I ask some questions that the viewers might be asking about 16-8? Can you eat anything you want in the 16-8?
Well, I've spoken about that in the bit before you'll see this, Mark, but you can, but I say be 80% thinking really healthily and then 20% relaxed. So for best results. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to eat Big Mac and chips every day, you're not going to lose weight, and you're not going to feel good, and you're not going to be healthy. So Like, you know, lots of people would say, oh, this is a terrible dish, that's all carbs and that's oil. But it actually is fine. I really like it. I had yogurt and blueberries for breakfast. I had rye bread and cheese for lunch.
But I think I'd say your strongest skill in the kitchen is your ability to make food that's good for you or better for you than naughty food taste great.
Yeah, but I think the thing is we're just trying to get away
That's a
from...
compliment.
Thank you, darling.
Sorry.
I think with this, you're just trying to get away from thinking, oh God, I mustn't have this and I mustn't have that. Have everything. Because when you let yourself have everything, you don't crave and binge. What you're trying to do is get away from that punishment, binge, starve cycle that so many people are on.
What about having one night a week where you just let yourself off the hook?
Well, you know what I would say, if you want to let yourself off the hook and have a total binge, just it's even better if you have it in your 8 hours, isn't it?
Silence to the next.
Well, I mean, lots of people only do 16/8 3 days a week.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can do it whatever you want.
So that would be 16-8-3.
Yeah, I mean, loads of people do 16/8 3, but you know, we're quite wanting to lose weight, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we're doing
My mum said
7
I
days.
have.
Yeah, you definitely.
Yes.
What do you mean your mum says you have? I've told you about
No,
5
but my mum noticed that my nose is incredibly thin.
Yeah, but I haven't seen him for a
He's got a very
fortnight.
good nose now, guys.
I've got very thin. I'm not
So
going to
some
show.
parmesan,
Yep.
because parmesan cheese is so nice with pasta, is it not?
It is. Makes it look a bit
Now,
salty without
actually,
being
I don't have any salad, but a green salad on the side of this where you can get a little bit of avocado, maybe some chopped chives and parsley, a little French dressing, and that's really nice. Or a big bowl of greens next to it, some broccoli or some green beans, or et voila. You want to see me eat it? Because that's the best.
What do you think, Mum? Do you want to see her eat it?
Yeah.
Mamma mia, che deliziosa. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh my goodness. Now, though I don't like to go on about weight, I have actually lost 12 pounds now. Yeah. It's pretty damn good. And yeah, just think this week about, this is what I'm going to think about. I'm going to try harder. I might lift a weight. We'll see. I bet we'll get to next Friday and I still haven't. But I'm definitely going to go up from 11,000 now to 12,000 steps a day. Failed today. Did 6,792. Could go up and down the stairs for a bit. Yeah, but anyway, that's this week's 16A. I love you lots, like jelly tots. And please tell me how it's going for you. What do you break your fast with? What do you find easy? What do you struggle with? Have you got any tips? What do you do when you're hungry? Yeah, let's keep sharing.